Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Orlando, Florida, and welcome to WWE Evolve. Once again, I am a little sick, but that's alright. We're going to thug it through it. Up first, we have the new number one contender to the WWE Evolve Women's Championship, Kendall Gray. She has something she wants to go ahead and say. Let's go ahead and hear her out. I'm here to announce that I will become the new WWE Evolve champion. Now sure, Callie Armstrong, you're the inaugural champion. You beat Natalya in a title defense, but I'm here to let you know that won't happen against me. You are nothing. Let's go ahead and hear this woman out as well. Whoa, Kendall. You think you can just go ahead and yap and yap and yap? Yeah? Well, how about we give these fans a little preview of what's to come in our championship match, and let's go ahead and have a match right here, right now. What do you say, Kendall Gray? Are you down for it? How about a fight? And oh my days, something that was supposed to be just Kendall Gray talking and preparing for her championship match has now opened up into a brawl. Callie Armstrong, the current WWE Evolve Women's Champion, and the number one contender to that title, Kendall Gray, battling it out, fighting it out, as very soon they will be fighting for the Evolve Women's Championship. But right now, it is all about this brawl between them. Kendall Gray at the moment getting the best of Callie Armstrong, able to do some big damage right there. As Kendall Gray is not finished. She is looking under the ring, looking to get a kendo stick involved in this brawl. Big hit to Callie Armstrong. Well, unfortunately for Kendall Gray, the match so far is a regular championship match. If she tries to use the kendo stick, she will be disqualified, and Callie Armstrong will retain her championship. But hey, maybe after this brawl, a fire ignites in which we can go ahead and see a special type of match, a no-holds-barred match, a steel cage match, as Kendall Gray right there ends up winning that brawl. At least in my eyes, I would say that Kendall Gray won that, beating up the Evolve Women's Champion. Now, is it Callie Armstrong's fault a little bit? Yes, because Kendall Gray was simply just talking and trying to hype up the fans, hype herself up. Callie Armstrong was looking for a match. Say, yo, let's give him a preview. Well, Kendall Gray didn't want a match. She simply wanted to beat up her opponents ahead of their championship match. And something tells me that before that title match, we still got some things that are going to happen between those two, because this is only just getting started. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into our first match of the night. Up first, we have Wes Lee here tonight. A big opportunity for him. He has had 2 championship matches over the last couple of weeks. One for the NXT Heritage Championship, as well as for the Speed Championship against Chad Gable. Unfortunately for him, he did fail at winning either of those titles, losing both of those title challenges, or whatever you want to call it. Point is, he is not the champion, but victory here tonight could keep him in a high spot as well. We have this guy right here, Lince Dorado. He was the first title defense for the Evolve champion, Jackson Drake, which means Lince Dorado is near that caliber of championships, at least the Evolve Men's Championship, which means if Wesley can get a victory, he proves he can go ahead and become a number one contender, win the championship. Well, that's a different thing, but point is, a victory here tonight could be good. On the other hand, we have Lince Dorado, who is still on search to go ahead and become the new Evolve champion. He failed in the premiere episode of Evolve. He had a semi-opportunity alongside the LWO where they lost the match. Then he was in a fatal 4-way for the number one contendership where he lost the match. So now here tonight, he's kind of trying to build himself back up in order to be able to claim that he is ready for another championship opportunity. So big opportunities, and you know, whoever comes out on top will really profit and really it'll be a big victory for whoever comes out on top. As here in the opening match, do want to go ahead and announce we'll have many championship matches here tonight for the first time since the Evolve premiered here on the channel. We will not be seeing the NXT Heritage Championship as Luca Crucifino got called out by Matt Cardona yesterday night over on NXT. Well, Luca Crucifino wants to go ahead and prepare and focus for that championship match against Matt Cardona, so he will not be defending his title here tonight. However, in the main event, the number one contenders to the Evolve Tag Team Championship, Swipe Right, will go ahead and face the current champions with the titles on the line. That's to come in the main event. We will also see Chad Gable defend his WWE Speed Championship. And then Cora Jade, the newly crowned WWE Women's Speed Champion, go ahead and try to defend her title for the very first time. That all to come later tonight, but we continue our focus here with Lince Dorado and Wes Lees. Both men have been able to do some damage. Wesley had missed a suicide dive right there, which did allow Lince Dorado to be able to get on the attack this time, though. Wesley a little too fast for Lince Dorado. Wesley going to try the suicide dive for the second time. Is able to hit and connect with Lince Dorado this time, excuse me. As now Wesley going to go ahead and grab Lince Dorado, sending him right straight into the steel steps, just scraping right there. Referee's count getting to 4 now. I wouldn't want to see a tie here or someone winning by count. I want to see someone get pinned. And I'm just looking at both of these guys and their attires. They look like if they were like a tag team. They both got like the dark colors with some yellow. Wesley carrying a little bit of gray and some orange, I believe, right there. But if I didn't know any better, this team looks like a tag team. But obviously isn't, as Wesley hops inside of the ring. Lince Dorado may actually end up losing to countouts as a 9. 10, and yes, Wesley has won the match. Lince Dorado not going to be happy about that as he loses by countouts. Wesley able to get the victory here tonight over Lince Dorado. Congratulations to Wesley. A big victory here for him tonight. Wesley hoping that he can soon gain back some gold here within the WWE. As next up, what do we got going up? Our next match of the night. We have some tag team action. Not even just some tag team action. We have a tag team debut. Introducing first, we have Chase. We have Andre Chase and Duke Hudson, former NXT Tag Team Champions, here tonight, working side by side as a tag team. Last time they were a tag team, or I guess technically in their previous match, they failed to become the number one contenders to the Evolve Tag Team Championships. The winners were Swipe Right, which again will face the champions with the titles on the line at the main event. Here tonight, looking to kind of redeem themselves a little bit. However, this is going to be a big match because, as I said, we have a debutee of a tag team. Well, not a lot of people know them, but these are the new Texas Outlaws, family members of Cody Rhodes, Wayne and Wyatt Rhodes. New Texas Outlaws. The Rhodes legacy, the Rhodes bloodline, if you will, continues. You have Dusty Rhodes, you have Cody Rhodes, you have Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes. And then, well, you have Dustin Rhodes as well. As a big opportunity here tonight for Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes making their debut here in the WWE, specifically here on Evolve. And, well, as much as, yes, WWE is about talent, that name with that legacy that's carried with Rhodes' last name, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they quickly make the jump up to NXT, or heck, maybe even the main roster. That could go ahead and happen, right? I mean, we've seen it with the OTC and his bloodline, Solo Sikoa, specifically down at NXT, but when the time was needed of the bloodline to serve his family, well, in came Solo Sikoa's call-up to the main roster. Same could go ahead and happen for Wayne and Wyatt Rhodes here tonight, making their debut here on Evolve. As it's going to be difficult for them to go ahead and get their victory. They have been tag champs all over the indies, but this is Evolve. Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, as we said previously, are NXT, or former NXT tag team champions. Not quite at that level at the moment, but still former champions. If Wayne and Wyatt can go ahead and get a huge surprise victory here tonight, that would potentially boost them up to the NXT roster. Could be, but I think they will spend some time here on Evolve building themselves up and just really getting used to the flow of WWE as a whole. This right here, Duke Hudson able to get a nice little counter. And I have some breaking news. Oba Femi has just informed Ava, or NXT GM, that his return is closer than ever. He has found 3 members to represent his royal guard and is missing one last final piece in order to come back and truly rule over NXT. That is right, Oba Femi, close to returning. We did just recently crowned a new NXT champion in Javon Evans. And while his title reign may be short, because if Oba Femi is coming back, that man, I cannot wait till he comes back. I'll go ahead and say that last night we were able to get a new champion, as AJ Styles was able to go ahead and become the new TNA World Champion. His 3rd TNA World Championship, 5th World Championship overall, including TNA and WWE. Big opportunity and just a big victory for AJ Styles overall to now go ahead and take that TNA World Championship over to Monday Night Raw, over to the main roster. Big opportunity right there for him, as Andre Chase breaking the count right there. Duke Hudson, I'm not sure if he was going to be able to kick out right there, but nevertheless, that is not something we're going to have to worry about. And of course, last night it was announced we were going to have multiple championship matches in this upcoming Tuesday on NXT. We have Via Hell's Open Challenge. We have Luca Crucifino against Matt Cardona. And we have Dark State versus Hank and Tank versus the Hardys for the NXT Tag Team Championships, as Duke Hudson may be able to put the match away. 1, 2, but a kick out at 2. So, as I said, right now is the time of championship changes. There has been a lot of changes, and I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see more and more title changes as the year is slowly coming to an end. WrestleMania is slowly but surely sneaking around the corner. Things are getting just intense, right? And this is where I was saying, we find out true champions. We find out if they really can stand at the top of this industry. This is where we see if the lights are too bright, if the stage is too big for certain folks. So keep an eye out on your champions, because whether it's down at NXT, down at Evolve, if during this time they're able to keep their titles, they are definitely ones for the future, or just true champions. I'm not trying to strip any away anything away from champions who lose during this time, but I think that does show the level of resiliency, the level of discipline and power that they do carry us right here. Andre Chase goes ahead and gets pinned. It is Wayne and Wyatt Rhodes on their debut here in the WWE. New tag team added to the WWE roster here on Evolve, making their debuts, able to get a big victory over former NXT tag team champions. Welcome, Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes. A nice victory, a nice show of what they have to offer. The celebration. Surely Cody Rhodes is watching this one. Congratulations to Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes. A big victory here tonight for both of those gentlemen as the new Texas Outlaws, new tag team here on Evolve. Surely going to spice up the tag team division even more. As next up, we have some women's singles action. Up first, we have Carmella, who unfortunately has not been able to really get on to a great start here at Evolve, taking a good amount of losses, including, I believe, in a tag team match. So hasn't been the best time here on Evolve for Carmella, but hopefully for her here tonight, she is able to get the victory. Her opponent's a woman who who also hasn't been able to win here on Evolve, at least here when the channel has been showing Evolve. That is Layla Diggs. A big opportunity, as more likely than not we will see a winner here tonight, and either woman would be very happy to go ahead and take that boost and take a victory here tonight, as again both women have struggled to win matches and to really find their place here on Evolve. So a big opportunity not only for Carmella but also for Layla Diggs here in some women's singles action. As a reminder, of course, this Saturday, Bash in Berlin, we already have some matches confirmed. I mean, we have the Lost Souls versus Fraxium for the World Tag Team Championships. We have Karrion Kross versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. We have Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller for not for anything but an ambulance match where the loser leaves Raw. We have Sami Zayn versus LA Knight for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we are still waiting to hear this Friday on SmackDown. Waiting to hear from the final boss to see if he will go ahead and accept John Cena's match. Soul versus Championship. Winner take all. We will hear from The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the final boss, this Friday on SmackDown. And then, of course, on Sunday, the women's only PLE Evolution. Of course, we have the Bella Twins versus the Judgment Day for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We have AJ Lee, yes, a returning AJ Lee, facing off against Alexa Bliss for the Women's World Championship. We have Lyra Valkyria facing off against Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Last night we heard that it would be Jordynne Grace versus Masha Slamovich. Title versus title. Winner takes all. Where both the TNA Knockouts World Championship and the NXT Women's Championship will be on the line. And this Friday on SmackDown, we will be hoping to find out an opponent for the new Women's United States Champion, Julia, and her United States Championship. And we do have a #1 contenders match between Naomi and Jade Cargill to see who will face Bianca Belair for the Women's WWE Championship on Sunday at Evolution. That to come later this weekend. And of course, right around the corner, we also have Saturday Night's Carnage, where AAA superstars and WWE superstars collide. And while there are some matches where are quite clear that they are going to be confirmed, but we'll go ahead and fully confirm those matches over the course of next week. As for now, we focus on this match, Layla Diggs and Carmella. At the moment, it is Carmella who is on the attack right there. Layla Diggs is about to get pinned, and she may be put away right here. 1, 2. However, a nice little kick out at 2 from Layla Diggs right there. Good opportunity. As Carmella, though, not showing any mercy. She wants to go ahead and continue her attack here onto Layla Diggs. Carmella going to go ahead and grab Layla Diggs, picking her up, looking to slam her down instead of reverse DDT by Layla Diggs, who is not only able to hit the reverse DDT, but is able to reverse. And now on the attack, not for long, as Carmella may be able to go ahead and put this match away. And no. Layla Diggs able to go ahead and kick out right there. However, Carmella was trying to look for the final blow. Unfortunately for her, Layla Diggs is able to move out of the way right there. This match continues. Layla Diggs gonna have to do a lot if she wants to go ahead and secure this victory, because at the moment Carmella has been in control and is looking like she will go ahead and win this match. However, Layla Diggs again trying to switch things around. A big opportunity here for Layla Diggs. Big knee to the face. Hold on, things may have just switched around. This may be it to put Carmella away. Yes, it is. Layla Diggs able to go ahead and get the victory here tonight over Carmella. Congratulations to Layla Diggs on a huge victory over Carmella. Finally able to get a victory here on Evolve, here on the channel. So congratulations to her, as now it is time for some championship action. We have 3 matches left, including this one right in front of us here tonight. All 3 will include title defenses. This for the WWE Speed Championship. Introducing first, Riley Osborne, the lucky man who has been given the opportunity to go ahead and potentially become the new WWE Speed Champion here tonight. He faces Chad Gable. A big opportunity for him. Of course, we have to point out the obvious. Chad Gable, of course, even though he's defending his title here on Evolve, he is a main roster superstar, which means, well, he is more likely than not the favorite. Not only does that show his level of caliber, he is also the champion. So, it is going to definitely be difficult here tonight for Riley Osborne, but if he is able to get the victory, I mean, what an opportunity this would be to go ahead and crown himself the new WWE Speed Champion. That would be a big opportunity. But up next, of course, the man we were just talking about, the champion, Chad Gable, the WWE Speed Champion, looking to defend his title here tonight. Of course, following this match, we will see Cora Jade trying to defend her title. The new WWE Women's Speed Champion defending her title for the first time. Hopefully for her, a successful title defense. And in the main event, another first-time title defense for the Cartwheel Cafe as they defend their Evolve Tag Team Championships against the Swipe Right, the current #1 contenders to the WWE Evolve Tag Team Champions. Of course, representing the Vanity Project, as that's gonna go ahead and make things quite interesting. That was the inaugural match to crown the inaugural Evolve Tag Team Champions, and that will be repeated in the main event here tonight. Alright, let's go ahead, jump in to this championship match. Mr. Chad Gable, the current WWE Speed Champion, has of course gone ahead and started to defend this title a little bit more, give it a little bit more value, a little bit more prestige, if you will, alongside Cora Jade, who will be defending her championship as well. That's to come after this match. And then once again in the main event, we will go ahead and see the Evolve Tag Team Champions put their titles on the line. That's right, the Cartwheel Cafe will face Swipe Right for the WWE Evolve Tag Team Championships. That to come in the main event, but for now, it is enough talking. It is time to get to action. Chad Gable, Riley Osborne, WWE Speed Championship on the line. Let's go ahead and do this. Will we be able to crown the new champion, finishing off this match and say in new? Or will Chad Gable be able to successfully defend his title? Of course, with underground rules, no countouts, no pinfalls. The only way to win is by knockout, TKO, or submission. Let the match begin. Nice and early into this match, we have some back and forth action. Riley Osborne gonna have to really just fakes it till he makes it, in the sense that he has to come into this match like he's already a champion. In fact, like he's defending his title. He can't worry about Chad Gable being a main roster superstar. He can't worry about him being the underdog in this match. No, he can't think about any of that. He has to come in with a champion mentality if he wants to go ahead and come out on top in this match and go ahead and, become the new WWE Speed Champion. As Chad Gable, though, is going to be the man who's going to go ahead and then really start off the attack here tonight, taking control nice and early. Riley Osborne able to switch things around right there now, looking for a big knee drop. Unfortunately for him, Chad Gable is able to move out of the way. Now sending Riley Osborne straight into the unpadded turnbuckle. And man, did that look ugly. Absolutely just bouncing off of that. So far we can say that Riley Osborne may be losing a couple brain cells, maybe leaving this match with a good old concussion. This Chad Gable right here fighting back Riley Osborne, who's being sent back inside of the ring. Chad Gable with some big stomps right here, big kicks, trying to make sure that Riley Osborne isn't able to continue his attack, as Chad Gable wants to go ahead and potentially put this match to end. Oh no, looking to use that was ugly, looking to use the unpadded turnbuckle once again, and he does. And once again, Riley Osborne just freaking flying off of it and bouncing off of it. Oh, that has got to hurt. Riley Osborne taking some big damage right there. As now Chad Gable quickly keeping the momentum going. Now looking for an elbow drop. Is able to make connection right there with the face of Riley Osborne, who somehow is still able to counter right there, as he's now on with some kicks, trying to do some damage right here. Riley Osborne is quickly countered, though, as now Chad Gable may be on set to be able to put this match away. Riley Osborne's opportunity at becoming the WWE Speed Champion may be over. That's one suplex. Two. Looking to hit a third suplex. There it is. Big damage done onto Riley Osborne, as Chad Gable now gonna look to do just a little bit more using the unpadded turnbuckle once again. We have talked about how brutal defending and fighting for this title has become, thanks to the underground rules that have been added to the Speed Championship. And yet again here tonight we see it as that unpadded turnbuckle, that big fat pole, continues to be used in order to penetrate the head and body of Riley Osborne, who somehow may be able to switch things around. Big stunner onto Chad Gable. Riley Osborne needs to look for the knockouts, the TKO, or the submission here. Riley Osborne does look for the submission, but Chad Gable quickly escapes. It was a big opportunity and a big chance for for Riley Osborne to go ahead and become champion, but now things have switched around. Now things are back in favor for Chad Gable, who is able to go ahead and get the ankle lock. Can he go ahead and make Riley Osborne tap in order to secure another successful title defense? Yes, he can. Riley Osborne taps And just like that, Chad Gable is still the WWE Speed Champion. Congratulations to Chad Gable. We saw small glimpses of Riley Osborne being able to potentially come out on top in this match. Unfortunately, Chad Gable just had a little too much with him here tonight, not allowing Riley Osborne to become the new champion instead. And still, congratulations to Chad Gable. Now, of course, as I had mentioned earlier, we saw the men's WWE Speed Championship be defended. Now it's time for the women's Speed Championship to be defended. Here tonight we have a new champion. Cora Jade was able to go ahead and defeat Zoruka in order to become the new Women's Speed Championship. And here tonight against Gintala, she is looking to go ahead and see if she can successfully defend her championship for the very first time. Cora Jade, very young. I believe she's in her 20s. I'm not 100% on that, but really young. Already a champion here within WWE. And here tonight, a big opportunity for her as she goes ahead and tries. Excuse me. Got some hiccups going on. As she goes ahead and tries in order to successfully defend her championship for the first time. Of course, her opponent, Gintala, big opportunity for her. Just because it's Cora Jade's very first title defense within this reign does not mean she can't lose it already, right? Most of the times, yes, champions do go on to defend it more than once, but I mean, let's go ahead and just look back in the past years. There has definitely been champions who are on the first title defense go ahead and end up losing their titles. I mean, not necessarily their first title defense, but look at Sami Zayn defending his title against Gunther. Sure, he wins it, but within the same night. I guess you could say technically third title defense, but he ends up losing it with a cash-in. So, just to show, a win here for Gintala is not impossible, but do not underestimate Cora Jade. Not only is she champion for a reason, she has the potential to become not only NXT Women's Champion, NXT Women's North American Champion, TNA Knockouts World Champion. She has the full potential to become a WWE Hall of Famer, to win the most world championships in women's wrestling history. This woman has a lot of years left in her career. This is only just the beginning. And to be holding a title so early on into it is just incredible. So do not underestimate her, because she has the talent, she has a skill, and she has the potential to go ahead and do some incredible things. And, well, again, she is already doing some incredible things here tonight as we have our second championship title match again for the first time since premiering Evolve here on the channel. We will not be seeing any NXT Heritage Championship title defense, as next week on NXT it will be Matt Cardona facing off against Luca Crucifino. NXT Heritage Championship on the line. Luca Crucifino wanting to go ahead and fully focus on that match. It's alright. We have both the men's and women's speed championship, and then again the Evolve Tag Team Championships. That's to come in our main events. Of course, just in case you guys somehow miss the last match, the Underground rules, no counts, no countouts, no pinfalls. You can only win by knockout, TKO, or submission. This match has begun. Co-main event of the night, Cora Jade, Gintala, WWE Women's Speed Championship on the line. This is Cora Jade's very first title defense. As I have been saying, she wants to go ahead and make it a successful one. Gintala trying to go ahead and quickly strip the champion of her belt and become the new Women's Speed Champion. Big opportunity for Gintala, as at the moment these women are going back and forth at it. We have some nice little back and forth action. Gintala getting a little cocky, telling Cora Jade exactly where to hit her. Ends up costing her, as now Cora Jade going to go ahead and look for a submission right here. Could end the match early, not yet though, as Gintala is able to go ahead and escape that. Now Gintala looking to squeeze hard right here. I'm not sure if she's looking for a submission or what she's doing. It's not a true submission, just kind of wrenching a little bit, squeezing the upper body and head of Cora Jade. Maybe messing with the air passages of Cora Jade right there, now slamming her down. Gintala, as much as we do talk about Cora Jade being the future of women's wrestling here in WWE. Gentile is another one of those women who has so much potential, so much opportunities, and so much chances. Unfortunately for her, I feel like what's really stopped her are the people around her, in the sense that there are so much great talents. It makes Gentile look not as good, if that makes sense. I mean, if you have a star and fill it with a bunch of planets, the star looks small. You get what I mean? So I believe that this industry and the roster as a whole is so damn good that Gentile doesn't look as good as him. It doesn't shine as bright as him. Or maybe 10, 15 years ago, back when the women's division wasn't that strong, Gentile would have been what Charlotte Flair is today. Would have been what Becky Lynch is today, right? And I guess that's just how the world works. People keep getting better, keep evolving. Get it, WWE Evolve. And, well, Gentile is going to have to cut the excuses, cut the, oh, if only this, if only that. Because you know what they say in the Netherlands? If my mom had men parts, she'd be my dad. Life isn't about if, buts, or whatever they call it. It's about what actually happened. So Gentile, exactly why she's here. She wants to evolve in order to be able to meet those expectations. It's right here, able to do some nice damage onto Cora Jade. However, unfortunately for her, Cora Jade able to switch things around nice and quickly. Cora Jade with some big right hooks, now looking to potentially put this match away. Big stunner onto Gentile. And this match may be over very soon, as Cora Jade wants to put the final blow, the final nail in the coffin. There it is. The referee has called it. The match ends, and just like that, Cora Jade is still the WWE Women's Speed Champion. A successful title defense. First successful title defense here in this title reign at a very young age. As I said before, I believe 20 years old, Cora Jade. Already champion, already defending her title, already on top of the roster. Big victory here tonight for Cora Jade, but now it is time for the main event of the night, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's go. Let's do this. I am hyped up. Tag team action. We have the WWE Evolve Tag Team Championships on the line. We have the number one contenders, Swipe Right, facing off against the current champions. They are the Cartwheel Cafe, Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel. As we see Brad Baylor and Ricky Smoke swipe right, accompanied by the WWE Evolve Men's Champion, Jackson Drake, and the real deal, Zeta Steel. I gotta say, Evolve has literally a future. I understand NXT and Evolve are both developmental brands, but they truly are such good developmental brands. Zeta Steel, Jackson Drake, swipe right. Earlier we saw the new Texas Outlaws. Surely the future of WWE and of wrestling as a whole. Absolutely insane how stacked we are here at WWE, from main roster all the way down to Evolve, with our partnership with TNA, and of course all the way up to Mexico with AAA. Absolutely beautiful. As a reminder, this weekend, Saturday, we will have Bash in Berlin. We'll be hoping to confirm a couple more matches this Friday for not only Bash in Berlin, but also for Sunday's Women's Only PLE Evolution. So first and foremost, make sure you guys go ahead and tune in to Friday Night SmackDown. And Saturday, Bash in Berlin. Sunday, Women's Only PLE Evolution. But now let's go ahead and focus on this main event, as the champions are in the building. Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel are here. The inaugural WWE Evolve Tag Team Champions. And this is also their first title defense, same as Cora Jade. This is their first title defense, and what a title defense it is. Of course, the original match to crown the inaugural Evolve Tag Team Champions was between the Cartwheel Cafe and Swipe Right. So this is running it right back which means both teams were good enough to even be considered to be in the inaugural crowning of the Evolve Tag Team Championships, which means it is also very possible that here tonight Swipe Right end the Cartwheel Cafe's reign early. Very, very big possibility that here tonight, after this main event, 3 out of the 4 members of the Vanity Project can call themselves champions. And after that, they will not stop until Zeta Steel goes ahead and is able to crown herself champion. Now with the Speed Championship being defended here on Evolve as well, that may be an opportunity for Zeta Steel to earn some sort of gold, as Callie Armstrong and Kendall Gray are currently the ones set to face for that Evolve Women's Championship. But the way things are going, it is going to be a bit of a fight before we get then, as earlier today we did see those two ladies go ahead and have a nice little brawl. But enough talk about all of that. Enough talk about Swipe Right potentially being able to become champions. Let's go ahead and find out what ends up happening. Those are the championships on the line. Beautiful titles, by the way. Really big fan of those. Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel, the Cartwheel Cafe, Ricky Smokes, and Brad Baylor. Swipe Right, accompanied by Zeta Steel and Jackson Drake, the Vanity Project, all here. Main event has begun, and it is Jack Cartwheel and Ricky Smokes who's going to go ahead and begin this match for us. A nice little flip right here by Jack Cartwheel. He's going to early on look for the pinfall. Quick kick out at 1 by Ricky Smokes. Now, of course, as great as both tag teams are, the Vanity Project, Swipe Right, and they have the numbers game. That you have Zeta Steel and Jackson Drake in your corner. By the way, if I haven't said it enough, Evolve champion. So Jackson Drake has proven that he is the top dog in the men's division. So a big boost to have in your corner, a big opportunity right here for Swipe Right. Having the numbers game, they're already cheating scumbags, so they are not afraid to go ahead and use that numbers game to their advantage, as Brad Baylor goes ahead and breaks the count right there. So it's going to be tricky for the Cartwheel Cafe to go ahead and successfully defend their titles here tonight. Not only are they facing a top tag team, but they are also lacking in the numbers game, as Ricky Smokes trying to look for an early submission here on Cappuccino Jones. Unfortunately for him, Cappuccino Jones is able to go ahead and escape. Now, of course, Ricky Smokes and Brad Baylor, Swipe Right, had to win a huge match in order to be able to come and call themselves the number 1 contenders to the Evolve Tag Team Championships, where, honestly, that match could have gone in any direction. But things are going to now get a lot more interesting as we have the debut of a new tag team here tonight, that being the New Texas Outlaws with Wayne and Wyatt Rhodes. If the tag team division here on Evolve and in NXT was already spicy enough, now add in Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes. Ooh, that is going to make things that much better, and I guess that opens up the possibility to potentially be able to see Cody Rhodes down here. That would definitely be a fantastic record-breaking, history-making moment. But maybe I'm jumping too ahead of myself, as Cappuccino Jones looking to do some big damage off of the top rope here onto Ricky Smokes, who has still not tagged in Brad Baylor. Cappuccino Jones with some big damage now, going to look for the pinfall. 1. Kick out at 1, nice and early by Ricky Smokes. As I said, Brad Baylor has not been tagged in yet. On the other hand, Jack Cartwheel, Cappuccino Jones have been switching between each other quite nicely so far, making sure neither of them is too hurt, too tired, or too cold, too rusty, making sure both men are working together as a true tag team, and that's exactly what I love to see out of the tag team division. Whether you're a champion or not, I want you to work with your tag team partner. You guys are a team for a reason. You guys should be almost fighting as one, in the sense where you're taking care of both health and damage taken. You're making sure both of you guys are nice and hot, nice and warm, not cooling down or rusting off, as we see Jack Cartwheel doing some damage both onto Zeta Steel and Jackson Drake. Not afraid to get his hands a little dirty right there. Tag made onto Cappuccino Jones. Big uppercut right there, straight to the stomach of Ricky Smokes, who is bleeding now, but is looking for a big old submission right here. Something that we see Roman Reigns do, but not only is Cappuccino Jones able to go ahead and escape right there, we did see Jack Hartwheel able to go ahead and break up that submission hold, even if Cappuccino Jones wasn't able to escape. Now Ricky Smokes in a very tricky situation. He is very far from his partner. He has taken lots of damage. Brad Baylor has not been able to call himself the legal man in this match just yet. And Cappuccino Jones may be trying to put this match away. We may not even need to see Brad Baylor before the Cartwheel Cafe can go ahead and put swipe right away. Big damage done onto Ricky Smokes right there. Cappuccino Jones is not done outside of the ring, looking to continue the damage, sending Ricky Smokes back inside of the ring. Again, Brad Baylor still has not been able to get inside of the ring. Gets hit, knocked out, and Cappuccino Jones maybe trying to put this match away, but Ricky Smokes able to fight back right there. Left side of his face is slightly cut open. He is bleeding right there as Cappuccino Jones with some big right fists straight to the face of Ricky Smokes, sending him now into the turnbuckle. Tag made onto Jack Cartwheel as Swipe Right are struggling right now. It is a Cartwheel Cafe who are working beautifully. Pinfall 1, 2, and almost able to get the victory. Ricky Smokes is able to go ahead and kick out at 2. This match continues, but things are not looking too good for Swipe Right, as we do see Zeta Steel removing the padding off of the turnbuckle, but that may not be the type of help they need right now. The help they need is for Ricky Smokes to go ahead and tag in Brad Baylor and get some fresh legs inside of the ring, because Ricky Smokes, as much as he's a tough guy, as much as he is a great superstar, it is difficult to carry a 2v1 almost handicap match, but he still may be able to put it away. Cappuccino Jones able to break up the counts. This match continues, and I mean, yes, that's basically what is happening here. It's basically Ricky Smokes in a handicap match, because Brad Baylor has not been tagged in, and it looks like Ricky Smokes isn't even looking in the direction of Brad Baylor. This team, as great as they are, they still miss that chemistry between each other. If they want to go ahead and become Evolve Tag Team Champions, NXT Tag Team Champions, make it to the roster as a tag team, if they want all these great things, they have to go ahead and learn about working with each other, because right now it looks as though that the true team that's going to come out on top is the Cartwheel Cafe. Jackson Drake sees that things are going a little sideways for Swipe Right. Going to go ahead and try to distract Cappuccino Jones, allowing for Ricky Smokes to go ahead, catch his breath, get back up, now be able to attack Cappuccino Jones from behind. Instead of looking for the tag, Ricky Smokes trying to do a little too much, completely missing. Cappuccino Jones still able to counter right there, but come on, your opportunity is there to go ahead and tag in Brad Baylor, to go ahead and be able to continue this match and potentially secure the championship for your team. But no, maybe a little bit of egos getting involved, a little bit of stubbornness, as this is allowing Cappuccino Jones to be able to get back onto the attack. Big damage done, as now Brad Baylor finally able to get some action right here. Big stunner onto Cappuccino Jones, but again, he is not the legal superstar. Still not tagged in. The legal superstar, the legal man, is Ricky Smokes, who is been beat up, torn apart. Ricky Smokes watching as Brad Baylor slammed down, finally able to get inside of the ring. Still not the legal superstar. Cappuccino Jones looking to do some big damage onto Brad Baylor, just so he doesn't get jealous of the fact he didn't get beat up. However, this may be an opportunity for Ricky Smokes to pull off the pinfall. 2, and a kick out at 2. Cappuccino Jones keeping his teammate alive, as Ricky Smokes now charging something up here. Big spear. This may be it for Cappuccino Jones. No, Jack Cartwheel is there in order to break the count. We almost saw new Evolve champions here tonight, but Jack Cartwheel was able to get inside of the ring just in time in order to break the count right there. And now it is back to Cappuccino Jones on the attack. Still no Sign of him tagging in Brad Baylor. Cappuccino Jones going to look for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and that does it. Brad Baylor, Jackson Drake, and Zeta Steel watching disappointment as a man who basically fought the Evolve Tag Team Champions alone. Ricky Smokes gets pinned, and just like that, still the WWE Evolve Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to the Cartwheel Cafe. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys over on Friday Night SmackDown.